Yeah, so I'm gonna make a little video. I don't even know. It's been a little weird lately, so I kind of said what I feel like I needed to say as far as practicing the power of now and the untethered soul and all the things I've talked about as far as being present and dealing with your ego and all that stuff. So it's kind of there in all the videos, like the meat of it. Um, At this point, I don't know if anybody's even really watching these videos. Probably my girlfriend is out of some kind of a loyalty, but I was thinking, like, how come I'm less inspired to make these videos lately? Um, Maybe at first it was exciting because I was getting more feedback, and now it's just kind of like, I don't know. There's a lot of voices out there. People probably aren't, they don't have time to sit around and listen to 15 minutes of me mumbling about whatever. And everybody kind of, in a way, believes what they believe, and it just is what it is. And it's like, am I trying to convince you of something? Am I trying to convert you to something? What am I trying to do with these videos? And I've just really been thinking a lot about that. And was it really about me just enjoying making them, or did I have a purpose in them? And I think, in a way, when it seems like nobody's really listening, yeah, it just sort of does feel like, well, why am I making them then? But then at the same time, it's like, well, I don't know, maybe it's kind of like a journal for me. Maybe it's just my opportunity to think thoughts that I'm having and throw them out into the universe. And maybe the idea that somebody might listen to them or whatever is motivation enough. I don't even know. It's weird. Like I said, it's weird. But anyway, I was just thinking, I've been kind of struggling a little bit with my new job. My truck broke down, and I ended up buying a newer car that's more reliable. But it cost me like $6,800, and that was a little more than I had saved up. I had saved up about 5,000. And I was starting to feel pretty good about having that $5,000 saved up, because I was, my goal, my dream, my vision is to get a piece of property and live simple and grow my own food and maybe have a community of some sort, a retreat or something like that down the road. And I was starting to feel like, wow, this is beginning to feel like it's coming into fruition or starting to become a real possibility in maybe this summer. And then I had to buy this goddamn car and spend all my money. And why did I need the car? Just so I can get to work. So I can pay for the frickin' car. And then it's that whole cycle again, and I just started thinking, what in the world am I doing right now? What am I doing? And it's been a struggle because my mind has been really wrestling with me. The roommate just won't. I've been struggling with having peace lately. That's the honest truth. Been trying to watch the thinker, just observe my thoughts, but I've got all these emotions, almost like fears that the future dreams that I have are never gonna come true, because it's been so long that I've been trying to pursue them, and it just doesn't seem like I'm getting anywhere. So it's like a hopelessness settles in. And it's like now I feel like I'm set back even further. And I guess the war that's going on in me is I've been talking to you about, it is what it is. Life will give you what it gives you. Um, did I need a new car? If I wanted to continue working, then yes, because I can't walk to work, and it doesn't always work out to get a ride. And my truck is 22 years old, and I've been having issues with it, and I can't afford to be broken down. I've only been working since November, December, like 2.5 months, and my truck has broken down twice on my way to work and caused me all kinds of just, it's difficult. That is very difficult to deal with. And that can only happen so many times before it becomes a problem with your job. You could get fired, whatever. So I'm like, I have to have something reliable. And, $3,000 won't get me much more than the truck I already have. So I had to spend a little bit more to get something more reliable. I got a decent deal. I'm happy with what I got. But again, it's like, God, am I ever going to get ahead? So, how do we process that? I've really been trying to, depression can get the best of me pretty easily. My ego loves this kind of trauma. It loves this kind of crisis. It loves to think there's no hope for the future. And it loves to just eat my soul from the inside out. It loves to say, now you're stuck in this stupid job, pushing an x-ray cart around, shooting x-rays for what? For money. So you can pay for that car. For what? So you can go to work. And it just gets really draining. But the consciousness in me, the part that is awakening in me, wants to fight those thoughts because depression does not serve me anymore. But the fight isn't always easy. So it's been ongoing now for a little bit, and I've been really wrestling and warring. And I suppose rather than talking so much about what the ego's been saying, I want to probably talk more about what my consciousness has been trying to say. And really, the seat of awareness inside of me can look at this situation and just say, I don't control anything. I have no control over my vehicle situation. I made a decision that I felt was best at the time. It seemed like the car was provided to me at a very decent price. It was the exact car I was looking for at a price that I could afford. So I should have no complaints as far as that is concerned. I really have no reason to complain anyway. In any regards. Like, what is there to complain about? I have somewhere to sleep at night that's safe. I have food to eat. I'm sitting in a warm place right now. I have my needs met. For the time being, there are no complaints. In the present, that's the thing. When you look at where you are right now at this very moment, do you have any problems? The answer is usually no. Like, in the present moment, there are no problems. My problem, the ego wants to create problems out of fear for what might or might not happen in the future. And I've struggled with that a lot in the past. And that is really where the rubber meets the road. My consciousness, my choice that I can make is to put those kinds of thoughts aside. Just say, oh, there's those kinds of thoughts that my ego enjoys mulling over. I'm going to let those go. The reality is I have no control over the future. I am not in any kind of current crisis. Life is fine. Things are going okay. I have no problems in the present. So, why worry? Why get depressed? It is what it is. And then it's like, well, yeah, but I don't really enjoy going to work every morning and doing x-rays all the time. And I've been getting kind of crappy schedules lately. He's scheduling me at places that I don't particularly enjoy. And there again, the ego has created preferences, likes and dislikes. And because of that, there are some places at work that I like and some places at work that I don't like. And when I go to the places I like, I have a good day. When I go to places I don't like, I have a bad day. So now the schedule comes out and it's full of these places that I don't like. And my ego has created a crisis for myself. It has created anxiety and depression and a desire to like quit my job. Just because I've allowed myself to create these likes and dislikes, preferences, when really, for example, yesterday, I went down and worked in the department, one of the places that I would say is not my favorite. And you know, moment by moment, it really wasn't that bad. Nothing happened that caused me any kind of problem. Moment by moment, it was fine. But I didn't really want to get up and go that morning. My ego was like, you don't like this, you don't want to work here, this isn't, it was trying to create a resistance. And my consciousness had to say, let that go. Let that resistance go. Radical acceptance is all about accepting what comes to you. The schedule was made. I've decided to work here. It is where I feel I should be at the current time. So accept it. Accept where I'm scheduled to be. That is what the universe has provided. And there is no reason that I should have any kind of resistance to that. When I go work in the department, there's no reason I should resist that. It's not that bad. Tomorrow and the next day I have to work in the ER. That's my least favorite place to work. I've had all kinds of anxiety about it. But like, why? Will it be so bad tomorrow? Moment by moment, will it really be so bad? I doubt it. So, as you can see, I've been kind of a mess. The ego has been trying to tread all over my mind lately. And you know, here we are in the middle of January, end of January. This is the time where my seasonal depression usually kicks in, is in full force, usually right after Christmas. It's been a month. And I would say that this year, I'm doing pretty good, considering. You know, last year I was definitely not in the place I'm at now. So, I believe that practicing presence, dealing with the thinker by observing it, by practicing presence and radical acceptance, by realizing that I've got a pain body, a psyche, an ego that's just trying to drag me down, and just accepting that. It is what it is. That is an accumulation of pain and fear and whatever that I've built up inside me, and it is what it is. For the time being, you know, someday I think that it might be transmuted into positive energy, but right now I'm still having to practice and learn how to control this beast. And it really takes a pretty firm decision on a daily, almost moment by moment basis to fight off this monster inside my brain. But it's working. Working as well as it is working. Can't say that I've mastered anything, can't say that I've arrived, maybe never will, but it's working. And that makes me feel pretty positive. As far as the future is concerned, it's all good. There's no reason I can't be at peace where I'm at right now. Do I want to do it for the rest of my life? The ego says, no way, dude. But my consciousness says, whatever, it is what it is. Make your plans, set goals, do what you can to achieve those goals, and then let the results lie with the great mystery who has control over your life. And that's not me. That has nothing to do with me. So it's really about accepting the pace that is being laid out for me. And I think that's pretty good. I think I can deal with that. It makes me feel hopeful. May not happen this summer, but it might. Probably won't in my foresight, but it doesn't matter. Like, what really matters is that I'm learning to have peace right now, exactly where I am in this moment, and then in the next moment, and then in the next moment, and then in the next moment, so on and so forth. That's kind of how it works. That's the practicals. I don't know. We'll keep you posted, I guess. Probably. Maybe not. I don't know. Journal thoughts. Anyway.